All right, here's my watch list for Monday. It's pretty short. I'm never that thrilled with putting out a watch list for Monday in today's current times because the market has to digest any news that happened over the weekend. So a lot of times you can pour through 1,000 charts and they might not mean anything on Monday morning. So I'm a big fan of finding intraday stuff and trading based on that. But still, I have a few charts that are kind of interesting. Now, I had Sears Holdings SHLD on short watch going into Friday and just missed it. If you remember or if you saw that, I don't even know if I made a video for Friday actually, but I think I even talked about it on Thursday. If it gets up to the top of this range, I like it as a short. And lo and behold, it pretty much did first thing Friday morning and gave a great short, but I missed it. Was looking at something else. Anyway, I still think this may be headed back to the bottom of the range. So it goes back on short watch, for Monday. And that's SHLD, especially if there's market weakness. Another possible short, and this really could go for any of the home builders. This is Lennar LEN. What is it, about 4 days up in a row into recent highs. KBH is another one that, coming up into 16. As a matter of fact, on Friday, I threw out an order when it looked like this to short it at 16 if it got there, because it was getting that upside shape we look for, just the same as downside shape. I look to fade moves that get ahead of themselves. I had an order to short this at 16, and I came pretty close, 4 cents away, didn't get filled. And then rolled over a little bit. But anyway, now you could do the same thing that I did with Sears Holdings and just draw the range here, right? Not perfect lines, but anyway, you get the point. So it came up near the top of the range on Friday. It could be a decent short depending on Monday, depending on the market and how it acts as well. So you could pretty much put any home builder in there. I've settled on LEN to be my metric to watch, but again, you can look at any of them. DGLY is finally, how do you like this statement of confidence? It's finally maybe bottomed. They're really buying it up when it gets down around 10 bucks. As you can see here, here. It had a nice run. I've had a couple nice calls in it last week, and it had a late day pop on Friday too, and then kind of pulled back again. So I like this even on Monday over the 1325 area. It could take out Friday's high after that at 1360. And here it is on 60-minute candles, and maybe get a nice move. It's got a decent-sized short position and a low float. Keep in mind now, though, you've had a decent 2-day run, so that's not my favorite one. But I want to see how it acts, see if it can go sideways for a while, and then maybe look, for a few days, and then maybe we'll have a decent setup in DGLY. I don't really love it for Monday. And then a couple of the crazy Ebola plays. Depending on any news on Monday, Ebola-related, another case or something like that, these could be great bounce setups. If not, I won't mess with them. But keep your eyes on the news. And VSR and APT are a couple candidates for for bounces on Monday, especially if there's any negative Ebola news. Certainly not hoping for that just for a trade though. But I mean, they're worth having on a chart in case you do get any kind of news like that, because they made these crazy moves and now are down several days in a row. So they're good candidates for a bounce. And that's the two I've chosen to watch as far as protective gear, APT and VSR. A lot of you may want to watch Lake as well, LAKE. And that's really it. That's a very short list. And that's just mostly because I didn't want to waste my time. I didn't want to spend hours looking at hundreds of charts and then, Monday morning, if there's any news over the weekend that's going to rattle the market, it's just not worth having a bunch of charts on watch, then have a big gap up or big gap down in the market. Having said all that, I'm a little bit bearish, kind of leaning towards looking for shorts on Monday, just because you had this big sell-off, and now we're up a couple days, and we're up pretty big from the lows, but the volumes declined the last couple days. IWM closed at its lows after gapping up, so again, none of this has to happen, but I'm kind of in my heart leaning towards possible short setups. And I think the home builder is a good group to do that after a 3 or 4 day run up into resistance on a lot of them. So that's the way I'm going to short the market if there's weakness. And if not, I promise you our chat room, the great team in there, will find plenty of stuff to trade as the trading day unfolds, irrespective of this list. All right, so enjoy your Sunday evening. Enjoy Walking Dead if you're a fanatic like myself. And we'll talk to you on Monday.